Hey guys, it's Brandon again with craftqc.com. I'm hanging out here today at Front Street Brewery Tap House in downtown Davenport with Kristy. Kristy, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what we're doing basically is Women in Brewing series. We're basically going around all the Quad City area breweries and talking to the awesome women that are part of that brewery scene. So it's a minority group right now that's increasing in the industry, but still it's like they got to get their place. So we're finding different women from all around the area. They all have different jobs, responsibilities within the business, and we're just highlighting them to all of our viewers and followers, talking about all the great things you guys are doing. So we mentioned we're in Front Street.
Yes.
What is your position here?
I'm the general manager, so I oversee the restaurant location as well as the tavern.
Okay, great. And so we're at the tap room right now. The restaurant's right down the road.
Yes, 4 blocks.
4 blocks down the road. So literally just, it's all one stop, right?
Yes, yes.
You can have you can sit on the patio and take the river view, and then you can go down to the brew pub and have a nice meal.
Have an awesome meal.
And have the same drinks as well,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Awesome. So how long have you been here at Front Street then?
I've been here for 7 years.
For 7
Yep.
years?
I started here when Steve and Jenny owned the place, and then we have new owners now, and they're a great group of guys. So the job has definitely evolved.
Okay. So Steve started it, right?
Yes.
So you were under the original owners,
Yes, yes.
and then now you're under new ownership.
Yes.
So always been a manager, or what, did you start?
No, I started out serving and bartending,
Okay.
and then just took over as the manager 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So the promotion.
Yes. Yes.
Work your way up through that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. So outside of your general manager here, obviously that's going to be a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
So what's a normal day look like? Are you between both places? Are you predominantly here?
I'm normally, most of the time at the restaurant. We did just get a new chapter manager, so
Okay.
amazing.
A little more time, right?
Yes, a little more time. So it's basically the day-to-day operations of the restaurant, and all the inventory, ordering, making sure all the customers have the best possible experience that they can, all that fun stuff. Getting new specials together, cocktail specials, any feature that we have, fun stuff like that.
Well, I've not heard anyone say they've had a bad experience here, so you must be doing something right on that end. So it's not just all beers, right? So you mentioned cocktails.
Yes.
So I'm not a beer drinker. Well, hey, you can still come in here and enjoy mixed drinks.
Yes. Oh, we have some amazing cocktails, and we always change it with the season depending on, like for right now we have like caramel apple martinis, and
Ooh, nice.
yes, and we have like a fall old fashioned and apple cider mules and stuff like that. So depending on the season, we change up our cocktail menu frequently. So if you're not a beer drinker, you can still come in and have a great drink.
Okay. So I know me personally, my wife, not a beer drinker. We'll go to the restaurant and eat. She loves getting the wine.
Yes.
She's a big wine fan,
Yes.
and she doesn't like going to breweries that don't have an option besides beer. So Front Street's high on her list, but she knows she can go there and get other things besides
We
beer.
have great wine right now, and Wednesday is half price bottles of wine. So get her down there on the Wednesday.
So come on Wednesday, she's
Come
gonna
on
save a little
Wednesday.
money, right?
Yes, half price bottles. She'll have a good old time.
Awesome. So obviously you do a lot of things being a general manager. What would you say, if there was one thing you could pick out, what's your favorite thing about working here?
I think definitely meeting new people. Always meeting new people. We have a lot of people coming in from out of town. They want to experience the brewery deal, so that's awesome getting to meet those people because they're always in such a good mood and they're happy to be there and they're excited to try new beers that they haven't tried before. The employees that I have, we have great staff right now, so it's great working with the family. So definitely the people is the best part.
Awesome. So you recommended this beer for me today. Because I came in, I've had a lot of Front Street beers, a lot of the normal beers, but I'm looking at the board and I'm like, what's new? And you gave me the Red October.
Yep.
So is this the fall beer?
It is, yep. It's
Okay.
a red ale, Maltese.
Is there coffee in it? No? Okay. I was like getting almost a coffee note, and I'm like, is there coffee in this or not?
No.
I bet it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a great beer. People are really surprised by it. Love it.
Yeah. So we obviously know the Cherry Bomb Blonde, super popular beer here in the Quad Cities
Yes.
for the mass majority of people. You personally, what's your favorite beer here from Front Street?
The Raging River, that's always
Okay.
Yeah, kind of experiment and then mix up new things, especially in grocery.
So I knew I liked you already because
Yes.
Raging River is probably my favorite beer from here.
Yes.
It's usually my go-to. Like if I look at the
Me too.
board and I can't decide, I know automatically what my back. I'm like Raging
Give me a
River.
rage, yeah.
Yeah, give me a Raging River. So luckily the river didn't rage this year, right? So
Thank goodness, right?
last year was a
We just
disaster.
recovered from the flood, and now COVID, so yeah, give us a break.
Please. So Raging River, it's a red IPA.
Yes.
Outside of Front Street, what could we find in your house fridge right now, or what else do you enjoy drinking?
Oh, goodness.
That's not Front Street.
I will go and I will try anything once, and I like all sorts of beers. There's nothing I really don't like, but anything unusual I'll pick out. I like M43, it's out of Michigan.
Okay.
Super good English ale. That one's in my fridge right now.
Is it?
Yes, absolutely.
Shout out to them.
Yes, M43. And I got some nitro milk stout in there from Left Hand. That one's really good too. So yeah, I always have a little bit of everything.
So you're kind of open to try that different range.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you're like you kind of stay away from, style-wise? Not
It's
brewing,
terrible.
style-wise.
A lot of times I stay away from this, like the sweeter stuff.
Super fruity stuff.
Yes, super fruity stuff. I generally stay away from that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. So that's great. So that's a little bit of glimpse into the beers you would enjoy and appreciate. To someone that's not necessarily a craft beer fan, maybe has never had it before, how would you explain craft beer to them to get them to try stuff and get them into that industry?
Oh, that's one of my favorite parts about this job is introducing people that don't drink craft beer to craft beers. I mean, you can kind of compare it to as far as, you know, going, let's say you're going to buy a local Wonder Bread. Why would you when you can have an artisan homemade bread? So same kind of deal. You would rather have a craft beer. Stuff like that. And there's all different flavor profiles, so you're bound to find something that you so I feel like there's taking a lot of craft beer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of that range, it's almost like you didn't like this one, we'll give this one a shot. 'Cause
Yes.
it might be at the totally opposite end of the spectrum when you think of beers. It's like, all right, so we know you didn't like this style, try this. You might enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll find something for you. Absolutely.
So what's the method? Do you kind of say like, well, let's start you out on something lighter then?
Yes, or normally I'll say, well, what beer do you normally drink? And then depending on what they normally drink, we kind of go from there.
Yeah, that's a great starting point
Yeah.
because you can kind of pick that person's brain a little bit to see the style maybe they have in their fridge at home. It's like, okay, so here's my recommendation. Give them a sample, see what they think. Who knows? Next thing you know,
And
they
we
have a
always
plan.
come up with something, yes. Always. Or even if they come in and they order a bottle of beer, we give them a sample of one of our light beers along with it so that they are introduced.
So far we've been talking about you. That's great. We've got to get to know like what you do here at Front Street, what beers you enjoy doing. The real focus of this is highlighting you as a woman in the brewing industry, which is what this whole series is about. So how do you think women will have an impact currently and in the future, how they have an impact on the brewing industry?
Well, I think that it's been a great thing. I think that it's evolving, and that there are a lot of women in leadership roles in breweries and things like that, which is awesome. And we have things like the Food Society, which is for women that are in the brewing community. So I mean, that's amazing. I mean, there's women brewery like just festivals. So that's another awesome thing. And year over year, we see more and more women customers or clientele. I think it's about even now, where when I started it wasn't. You know, it's evolved from just being more like a boys' beer drinking club to being all inclusive. So that's been amazing.
So you're seeing more women actually working in the industry like yourself,
Yes.
in whatever capacity it might be, to
Yeah.
bartending, managing, to brewing, to being owners.
Yeah.
You're seeing more of that. To your point, just women craft beer drinkers.
Oh yeah.
So I've noticed it from my followers on social media, 55% are women.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That blew me away when I
Yes.
looked up the
Yeah,
analytics.
absolutely.
I expected it to be 75-25, honestly.
Oh no.
And it was 55% was women.
I was gonna say yeah.
And I was like, I
not
looked
even-
at it, I'm like, this is
Yeah.
no way. And it blew me away. So that just kind of, seals the fact that women are becoming more interested in craft beers. You know, they're not just, oh, I want, you know, the girly drinks. They want some nice, solid beers to drink, enjoy. And there's all kinds of flavors out there now. I think the expansion of the flavors is also help drawing that in. So
Oh, absolutely.
it's not just a super heavy beer that's high in calories or something that women may typically be like, oh no, it's too many calories, but
This is amazing. I have to drink it.
yeah, no, I mean, they're going for the flavor. They're appreciating the craft behind it, the creativity, all the work that goes into it behind the scenes. They're realizing that as well. So that's great. So we've covered our gauntlet of questions. We made it through. So I appreciate you taking time, chatting with me today. We'll make this series available on our social channels and on craftuc.com. Kristy will be one of the many that we're going to highlight through this. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome.
That was nerve-wracking, but it was good.